Yo, what is going on, guys? It's Conor here, and I hope you guys are having a great day so far. I'm bringing you guys my life story on how I broke my foot. So to get into this story, what happened was I was playing basketball with my friends. We were doing a 2v2 tournament, and it was me and my friend Harry. So I was playing my friends Alex and Chris in 2v2, and I was guarding Chris, and he received the ball, and I was running up towards him, and I stepped on his left foot with my right foot, and I rolled my ankle, and I just fell on the ground and started saying, oh my god, and it hurt so bad. So after this, I was on the ground for maybe a couple, 2 minutes, 3 minutes at the most, and it was the most excruciating pain I've ever felt in my foot. So my friends helped me up and got me off of the court. In that short amount of time, my leg swelled up almost 2 to 3 times as much as my other ankle. So my friends were thinking of going to get ice, and they were kind of hesitant, like it might have been too late, it might not have. So my friend Chris and Harry, they really sped off and got ice for me at their houses, and they came back and I put that on immediately. So once they got back, they gave me the ice, and then they started back playing their 2v2 tournament. So they gave me a little brace that I could put around my ankle, and I put it around and put ice on top of my ankle and elevated it for about 25 minutes, and I took it off, and the swelling went down drastically around my ankle, except the part that was showing, and all the swelling kind of went up towards the top of my ankle. So after this, I couldn't really drive, so I called my parents to come and get me, and they were out to dinner, because this is around 8 or 9 o'clock. So I called them, and it took them maybe 35 minutes to get there, so I was out. So I called them, and it was probably a good hour, maybe an hour and a half, since I rolled my ankle really bad. So we went to the ER, and it was about 10 o'clock once we got there. So my dad took my truck, and my mom took me in her car, and we went to the ER, and I hopped on one foot like a flippin' bunny. Took probably 10 to 15 minutes before they took me back and asked me what happened to my foot, if they think it's broken, and like a scale to 1 to 10, how it hurt really bad, like at the start and as it is now. So I said at the start it was like an 8, and right now it's probably a 6, high 6, low 7. So they took me back to a little room, and I was sharing a room with some other guy, and there's a curtain. And the guy next to me was getting stitches in his eye, I heard him say, while he was still awake. And it was pretty weird, but I was just in there silent with my mom and dad. And my dad was sleeping because he gets up really early in the morning and comes home late at night. He just left me with my mom. But they took me back to the room and got ready for the x-rays. So they took me back to the x-rays, and I had to take x-rays in 3 different positions of my ankle. And they only took close-up pictures of my ankle, no other part of my foot or my leg. After the x-rays, they took me back to the little room, and probably 10 minutes later, 2 nurses come in and start making me a temporary cast for my leg. It was just like a little soft piece of cloth that hardens once it dries up after it's wet. And they formed it to the top of my calf to the bottom of my toes. And it was just like a little support. It was a little splint. So they had to like move my ankle into the right position because my ankle was kind of hanging to the side that it didn't get rolled on. Since I rolled it, my pinky toe going down and my big toe rolling over all my other feet, it was on my right foot. It was kind of like still stuck in that kind of position. So they kind of had to force it out of that position so they could mold the splint to my foot. And they came back and told me that it was not broken. No part of my ankle is broken. It was just a very bad sprain. They really couldn't believe that it wasn't broken. They looked a couple times, different spots. It wasn't broken. It was just really, really bad. So they finished putting on the splint and gave me crutches, taught me how to use them, and I went home. The crutches are the worst thing ever to have. I hated those things. They are the worst. Using crutches hurts so much under your arms, and it really works out your arms and your deltoids. It hurts after you use them really extensively throughout the day. Like at school, I had to use crutches for 2 days at school. So it happened Friday night, Saturday morning. So I had Saturday, Sunday, and then Monday, I had to go to school using my crutches, and it was the worst thing ever. They hurt, they suck, don't get them. And on Tuesday, my mom got an appointment to go see a doctor that would see if I need physical therapy or to see anything that happened to my foot, because it's an orthopedic, a specialist, I think, on the foot. I think that's what it's called. I'm not sure. So I went to my first period on Monday, which was physics, and we did a boat project to use a boat made out of cardboard. It was 7 foot by 3 foot 5. You had to get across the school pool with 2 people in it without it sinking or anything, and we got a 100 on it. It was pretty cool. It took a long time to make and everything, but it was successful. And I went to my second and third period, and then after that, I left. So once I got to the doctor, they asked us for my x-rays from the ER, and they never gave us any or anything. They never sent them to this doctor. So we had to go and take more x-rays, and they took more x-rays of just my ankle. And then they come back and tell me that I broke a little bone in my foot. And they can only see this from 3 different pictures of my ankle, no part of my foot. It was just barely in the picture that there was a little crack in my bone. It's called my 5th metatarsal, which is the bone that is with your pinky toe. So she told me what happened. It's kind of, you have a tendon that runs on the outside of your foot to your pinky toe. And since I rolled my ankle and it overextended the tendon, so the tendon didn't really want to like tear anything, so it broke the bone instead of tearing the tendon. It overextended and the bone cracked close to the tendon, and that's the only picture that we could get. I might have broken more parts of my bone in my foot. They need to take more x-rays, but I guess we didn't. So they gave me a really cool boot that I can wear. It really sucks. I have to use it at all times when I'm walking, but I can take it off any time of the day just to rest it. I can pump air into it to make it more pressurized and my foot doesn't move around in it. And they told me I should have it for at least 4 to 6 weeks, and I have my next appointment to go and check if any part else is broken in 6 weeks on July 21st, I think. So the start of my summer is not going to be that well. They told me I couldn't drive. She kind of thought about it a little bit, but she told me if like someone cut in front of me suddenly and I didn't have enough time to brake because my foot wasn't fully healed or anything, it could hurt to move it in a certain amount of time very quickly, and it's not safe to do that, so I can't drive for 4 to 6 weeks. So I have to just ask my friends to get me rides home. At least it's the only last 2 weeks of school. So since I have the boot for 4 to 6 weeks and have to let my broken foot and sprained ankle heal, I can't drive and I can't go to my summer camp for soccer this summer. And I was really wanting to get back onto the soccer team, but unfortunately I don't think I will be able to this year. And it's going to be my senior year. It's going to be pretty sad that I probably won't make the team. Also, so once I was just sitting there with the ice on my leg, I could just see my foot getting bigger and bigger by the second. And every time I looked at it, I just felt really nauseous, and I felt like I was going to throw up or pass out. And since I've been using the boot, and I can walk in the boot, it's really easy. The only thing that sucks is like I just have to wear it at all times when I'm walking. I can walk without it, but I have to walk on my heel, and it kind of hurts when I do that. But for some reason, the bruising on my foot keeps going up my leg. And there's some bruising around my whole foot, and then it started going up my leg. So on my shin, there is a big like line that is probably like 6 to 7 inches long. That is just black and blue and bruised from all the bruising, like blood that's in my foot that's going up my leg. So my doctor told me that this could happen, and what the blood does is it follows the path of least resistance and just follows gravity. So I've been elevating it, and it keeps going up my leg. Also, the bruise doesn't really tell the whole story. Like, you could hurt something really bad and the bruise isn't in the exact spot that it got hurt in. So that is pretty much it. I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and I will be making some more videos throughout the summer. I have been starting to upload more and more, and I want to thank you guys so much for 300 subscribers and 21,000 video views on my channel in the past 11 months that I've been doing YouTube again since the past 3 years. It has been so fun, so I want to keep making videos and have you guys enjoy all of them. So if you enjoyed, leave a like and share my videos so I can keep growing my channel. If you're new, hit that subscribe button to get more content like this one. And it's been Connor. See you guys later.